Maintenance did come. They did look up in the attic and they did see a bunch of tarps, like bags. So basically homeless people were in our attics. They did
homeless masked people with a gun.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
All right. So the way this works is it is Miss Laxton's petition. She gets to go first. But once she's finished putting on all of her evidence, if there's anything else either one of you want to tell me about the situation, I will give you a chance to do so before I make a final ruling. So, Miss Laxton?
Yes, the state would like to call Vanessa Villanueva as its first witness.
All right, ma'am, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Go ahead, Ms. Laxton.
Would you please state your full name for the record?
Vanessa Isabel Villanueva.
And are you the mother of Aaliyah Villanueva, Alexi Villanueva, Angel Villanueva, and Adrian Villanueva?
Yes, I am.
And are you currently married to Mr. Emmanuel Villanueva?
Yes, I am.
And have you filed for divorce?
Not yet.
Okay. Currently is when did you get married?
August 13th, 2010.
Okay. And Aaliyah was born in 2008. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But Mr. Villanueva is Aaliyah's father. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Aaliyah currently living?
We don't know. She's just, all that we know is that she's somewhere in Dallas.
And she has finished high school. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And she was homeschooled.
Yes, she was.
Okay. Now, Alexi, she was born in 2012 after you were married. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
And is Alexi currently residing with you?
No, she is with her dad right now.
Okay. And is Alexi in school, in a traditional school, or is she homeschooled?
She's home.
No, Mr. Villanueva, you're not on the stand. You don't get to talk right now. Right now, she's telling her side. You'll get to tell your side in a few minutes, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you. Ms. Laxton, go ahead.
And as far as you know, is Alexi still being homeschooled?
Yes.
Okay. And Angel, he was born in 2014?
Yes.
Okay. Is he being homeschooled?
Yes, he is.
And does he reside with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Adrian, does he reside with you?
Yes, ma'am.
He was born in 2016?
Yes.
And he is also being homeschooled?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when did you and Mr. Villanueva separate?
Officially, it was June 21st of last year.
Of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you separated, how many children were living with you at that time?
I had the three youngest ones, Lexi, Angel, and Adrian.
Where was Aaliyah?
Aaliyah was still
She was
on
already
the run.
on.
Yes.
All right. And when did Alexi go to live with her dad?
It was in October, the end of October, and it wasn't necessarily that they were supposed to live with their dad. It just kind of happened that way.
You said there. Did all three of the children go to visit their dad?
Yes, they did. All three went.
All three went at the end of October, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And at what point did the boys come back to live with you?
It was in November. I know it was before Thanksgiving. I did. So Alexi and the younger two were calling me constantly, crying. Not so much Lexi, but just Lexi giving me insight onto what was going on, how Emmanuel was treating the kids. Adrian called me, the youngest, on FaceTime. He had a bruise on his arm. It looked like fingerprints from Emmanuel. They told me what had happened, that also Emmanuel had hit him in the back of the head. And as things progressed, at the time I was looking into lawyers. As things progressed, Lexi was still calling me on the phone, "Mommy, like, I don't trust Papi with the boys." They call Emmanuel Papi. "I don't trust him with the boys. I think it's best that you come get them." And so what I did is Emmanuel was at work. I only got the boys because it was just them that I felt like he was being mentally, verbally, and physically abusive with Adrian, the youngest, and he was mentally and verbally abusive to Angel. So I pulled in. I did not go on his property. I gave Lexi a hug. I told the boys, "Y'all just come on. Don't worry about clothes." I got them, went straight to Joshua Police Department. The inside was closed at the time. I was calling the phone numbers that were listed on the door. There was no answer. I left voicemails. I also called the phone number that was on the website, the Joshua Police Department website. And I left voicemail with that one too. They did contact me, I would say like maybe a couple of days after that. Actually, let me go back. Before that, I did contact Big Spring Police Department to give my to make a report. But they said that because it happened in Joshua, I would have to make a report with Joshua Police Department. So again, I reached out, finally realized that the number on their website was wrong. And so I called that phone number. I did make a report with Officer Villalobos. He's the one who had called me back. They gave me, I forget what, they did give me basically a case number. So the boys came back with me in November. Lexi said she wanted to stay. She felt, safe, and Emmanuel wasn't being any way towards her, but it was with the boys that he was being abusive to.
Okay. Now, excuse me, when you left in June, where were you living as a family?
Where Emmanuel currently resides at.
That's near Cleburne.
Yes, ma'am.
And you moved to Big Spring?
Yes.
And how far is the distance between Cleburne and Big Spring?
It's about 4.5 hours away.
Okay. When you left, did Mr. Villanueva start giving you any sort of child support?
No, ma'am, he didn't. I didn't ask for it. But no, he didn't give me anything.
Did you have access to any family accounts to pay
Yes.
things?
I don't officially remember whenever he closed that account to where I had no more access, because we had both of our paychecks direct depositing into the account. I mean, he might know the exact date that he closed that account, and then after that, there was no access.
So you had access to family funds between June and whenever he closed the account?
Yes. So probably about a month after I left.
A month after you left, he closed the account? Or?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So about in July or August?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And after July or August, did he provide you with any support?
No, ma'am. He did not provide me with any support. Like I said, here and there, he would send the kids maybe $25 to their cash apps, which was fine. I had told him in the very beginning I didn't want anything to be sent directly to me. To the kids' cash app was fine, so that they could use it for what they wanted.
Okay. Right now, are the two of you able to pick up a phone and call one another or text one another?
I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could.
But you don't?
No.
So there's a co-parenting application called App Close, which would allow your communication with one another. to be through text messaging. It can't be altered, so it would make it court admissible if, some things were said that shouldn't be said. Is that something that you feel like would be good to help you and Mr. Villanueva co-parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, as far as possession and access, since you left Alexi with Mr. Villanueva in October, have you seen Alexi?
I did whenever we got the boys in November.
Okay.
I did talk to her. And she, then she decided to stay. She was kind of wishy-washy then, but she was like, I think I'm going to stay. I think her and her dad had plans, so I did see her.
Have you seen her since then?
No, ma'am.
And are you wanting to have visitation with Alexi?
Yes, of course.
And how often do you feel like you'll be able to exercise visitation with Alexi?
At least, once a month.
Okay. And do you want that once a month to be specified by the court, or do you want you and Mr. Villanueva to be able to communicate through that app close and make a decision as far as when that is?
I mean, as long as he's agreeable to it, I'm okay with us, communicating, because they may have something going on, I may have something going on. So it would be best that we can just communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does Alexi communicate with her younger brothers?
Yes, she does.
And so they all have their own phones?
Yes, ma'am, they do.
And do you communicate with Alexi on a regular basis through the phone?
I did. I haven't spoken to her since I think Christmas Day. She was disrespectful towards me. And then I think there was something with their Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And so since December 25th, I haven't been able to get a hold of her.
Okay. What insurance do the children currently have?
They have insurance. They have Blue Cross Blue Shield through Emmanuel from his job. And then I also have them covered through Medicaid.
Okay. When you applied for the Medicaid, did you let them know that the children are also covered through Mr. Villanueva's job?
I believe so. I think it does ask. But like I had told you, I would make sure and check that they have that information.
Okay. And are you currently working?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I actually work from home with Adapt Health. It's a medical DME company. And I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
Are you paid by the hour or are you a salary employee?
Yes, by the hour.
And how much are you paid per hour?
$17.42 an hour.
And how many hours do you work?
40 hours a week.
Is that consistent?
Yes, ma'am.
Any overtime?
No, ma'am.
See, and do you do the homeschooling for the boys?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pass the witness.
Okay. Did you come up with an estimate of when you went back and picked the two boys up in November?
I did not. I'm sorry. I was conversating with, I'm sorry. I can look really quick. I have pictures. Give me just, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was November 14th of last year, 2025.
All righty. And besides these four, do you have any other children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Mr. Villanueva,
Yes, ma'am.
as an unrepresented party, you have the right to cross-examine the witness. Now, you have not been sworn in yet, so anything you try to tell me directly right now is not even going to be considered evidence, and I don't have to consider it. You simply have the right to ask Vanessa Villanueva questions about what she testified to. And I do require it to be in the form of a question, not just try to tell me things and get her to agree to it. Do you have any questions you feel like you need to ask, Miss Villanueva?
I do not. No, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Laxton?
Yes, the state would like to call Mr. Villanueva as his next witness.
All right. Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Go, Miss Laxton.
Would you please state your full name for the record?
Manuel Villanueva?
And are you the father of Aaliyah Villanueva?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
And is you agree that she is also on the run? She does not live with you nor her mother. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And Alexi, does Alexi live with you?
Yes, ma'am. She does.
And is she currently homeschooled?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that you want to continue with the homeschool?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's correct.
And you want her to continue to live with you?
That's correct.
Okay. Now you heard her, Mrs. Villanueva testify that she came and picked up Angel and Adrian in November. Is that approximately about when she did come and pick them up?
Yeah, it was around that time. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you in agreement that mom continued to have the youngest two boys?
No, ma'am. She was not. She, like I said, she got them without my permission at the moment. And after that, I didn't have contact with them pretty much from there forward. So I would try to text her and get a hold of her and see if the kids would call me, and never got response. And pretty much just happened like that.
Okay. And are you wanting Angel and Adrian to come back and live with you?
Like I said, I mean, I would want it fair. I mean, it would be nice, but I like to look after their interests as well, you know. If I just want it to be fair, pretty much. But yeah, you know, if they're gonna still be in the environment that they were in, absolutely, you know, I would love it.
Okay. Now you said in that environment that they were in, would you please describe what you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Well, when I had first got them, the reason why I had got them is because they kept dealing with where they were living at. Supposedly they were getting guns drawn to them. They were having to deal with violence and you know, just a bunch of drugs and a bunch of other stuff. And were to the point they were scared, and to the point where I had got them that day, they would at nighttime they all wanted to sleep with the weapon or like something like a stick or something. They wanted like at nighttime they wanted something beside them. That's how traumatized they were. And so all that had happened, right? And they went through so much. They kept telling me everything they were going through over there and how they didn't want to be there and how scared they were. And I was like, okay, you know, we figured everything out here. And I told them that we were going to get it all situated. And came that day. I got home one day and both my boys were gone. And from there, I didn't have contact with them, you know. Like I said, I would call the mom and see if they could communicate with me, and never got nothing, no contact. So I pretty much just left it there until these court days came around. I was just going to lay it out and just.
So you have not had any contact with Angel or Adrian since November.
Like I said, when I would call, I wouldn't. Sometimes they would call with family members. Like if I was around my parents and they were talking at the time, that's when I would jump in and, you know, try to say hi. And then when I would, I'd feel where the energy would switch right away. They would leave the room, they'd go off to their, you know, by themselves. And you could tell they were coached, they were being coached. Something was so off. And that was with both of them, you know, the time that I did talk to both of them. I felt like they were both being coached because they both did the same thing. They had the same energy. They both left the room. They went to different places. They were real quiet. They were short. Really, there wasn't really much that we talked about because they said they had to go. So I was like, okay, well, boom, we hung up. And that's when I started noticing, you know, something's wrong. And felt like they were being told something. So.
Okay. Are you wanting to have regular visitation with Angel and Adrian?
Yes, ma'am.
And currently you live about 4.5 hours apart. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Are you wanting, since they are homeschooled, there are some other options as far as visitation. What do you see the visitation looking like with Adrian and Angel? I'm sorry, with Adrian and Angel.
Like I said, once a month would be good too. Just because of the distance, I think we'd be able to like work that out pretty good.
Okay. And when you say because of the distance, are you wanting to meet halfway somewhere to pick up the children, or?
Yes, that'll work. I think that'll be the best for both. So.
Now, because Alexi lives with you and Angel and Adrian live with their mother, are you wanting them to all three be in the household at the same time during the visitation?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, if when y'all did this exchange, if Alexi went with her mom and the boys went with you, they would not be in the same household at the same time. Is that correct?
I mean, they would, or well, yes, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
That would probably work some out, or I mean, if it falls like that, that's okay. But I mean, if they fall where it's all together, then it's great as well. So just however it ends. But
if it ended up needing 2 weeks out of the month in order for the kids to stay together, are you agreeable to that?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, are you currently working?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you provide health insurance for all the children?
I do. Yes, ma'am, for all four.
And are you paid hourly?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much are you paid per hour?
$24.95, I think, at the moment.
Okay. And how many hours do you work per week?
105, 107.
Per week.
Oh, a week. I'm sorry. 50, about 50, 52, 53.
Okay. Is it consistently 50?
Yes, ma'am.
53?
Yes, ma'am.
That doesn't change through every week of the year. It stays about that amount.
Yeah, our normal hours are 50 a week, but they let us go over, if we have to. There's always overtime available, and I try to work it, to maintain the lifestyle. But yes, ma'am. But it's consistent. The 50 hours, yes, ma'am. It's consistent. It's guaranteed.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell the court that I have not asked you?
No, ma'am. I think we're good.
Okay. I'm a past witness.
Okay. You're saying you're guaranteed 50 hours, but that's 10 hours overtime every week, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just the way it was being phrased, I wasn't sure I was hearing it correctly. Okay. Tell me how the kids came to, three of these kids came to be with you in October.
Well, I had gotten a call from the mom, and she was constantly dealing with, I guess, threats to where they were trying to kill her. Supposedly, it happened 3 times, or her life was put in danger, and at the house. I mean, twice at her house and somewhere other
Where
spots.
was this at? Was this in Joshua or?
This was in where they were living in West Texas.
Okay.
And supposedly they were seeing lasers drawn in the windows and guns and people in their attics that were living there, and so much stuff that was going on. And anyways, she had called and asked if, or I guess she was scared, that she was gonna pretty much die. I guess she was being threatened. So I ended up going over there and picking them up, and just to take them out of that, for their safety. I was just worried about their safety, the kids' safety, and I kind of just got them from there, and then I had them over here, and that's kind of where it went,
Okay. Have the kids always been homeschooled?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does Aaliyah? Does she have access to the insurance that you have? Does she have
yes,
a card? Do you know?
Yeah, I gave her a card a couple weeks ago. No, a couple weeks. I just got my new cards in, so I had gave them to them, or I have the.
So you're seeing that child.
She had came over, yes, ma'am.
Okay. But she's not living there.
She's not living here, no, ma'am. But she has her card as well. Her
Okay. How big is your household? How big is your house? How many bedrooms
I got a
or apartment?
four bedroom.
4 bedroom. Is it a house or apartment?
Yes, ma'am. It's a house.
Okay. Is it a house you own jointly with Vanessa?
No, ma'am. I'm renting this house.
Okay. And who else besides you and Lexi live there?
A nephew. I got a nephew that lives with me and his wife and his 2 kids.
Okay. And for visitation purposes, what is about halfway between Big Spring and Joshua?
Abilene, Clyde is a good halfway point.
Okay. Is there a specific place in Abilene that do you come down 20?
Yes, ma'am. 20.
Okay.
I think Clyde is the halfway point.
Okay.
For Big
Is
Spring.
there a place in Clyde, like a McDonald's or Dairy
Yes, ma'am.
Queen or a truck
Yeah.
stop?
We've always met up at a McDonald's. There's a halfway point right there. There's a McDonald's at that halfway point. But
Okay. 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 Have you been contacted by the Joshua Police Department?
I have not. No, ma'am.
Okay. Vanessa Villanueva, as an unrepresented party, you have the right to cross-examine the witness. Now, this is not your time to rebut any of his testimony, okay? I'm going to give you a chance to do that here in a few minutes. Do you have any questions? Again, it has to be in the form of a question to Mr. Villanueva about what he testified to.
I do, but I don't really know how to word that.
Who, what, where, when, why is a good way to, how? It's a good way to start it.
I think I'm okay. I'll just, whenever it's my turn to talk.
Okay. All right. Mr. Villanueva, was there anything else you wanted the court to know today?
No, ma'am. I think that was it. Mine.
Okay. Do you have any other children under the age of 18 besides these 4?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And how much does your insurance cost?
Probably around 150, 80, around there. In the hundreds.
The paycheck?
A paycheck, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're paid how often?
Every 2 weeks.
Okay. And how many people are covered on that 150?
Well, I'm free of just the 4 kids.
Okay, you don't have your wife on it?
No, I have taken her off.
Okay, okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Ms. Laxton.
I have no further questions.
All right. All right, Ms. Vanessa Villanueva, is there anything else you want to tell me or any rebuttal you want to make?
Yes, ma'am. So there were some people living in the attic. We did hear footsteps. I called the police that night, and there was when I called my brothers right away, and I texted my dad, like, we're hearing people walking. You know, it was about 8 o'clock at night. We're hearing people walking on the, you know, like in the attic. And they were blowing things, and like there was lasers there. You know, we did see those things that night. I did call the police. They did come out. My brother was also there, but before the police arrived, I looked out the peephole and there was a guy with a mask and he was holding a gun. I immediately let my brother know and we all moved to the back, like we all ran to the back. Police arrived. I let them know that. They didn't check the attic. They told me that they didn't have a ladder, that would have to be maintenance. So me and the children went. Yeah.
Okay. So is this a house you were renting or?
It was an apartment. We lived in an apartment complex.
But you were on the top floor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you had an attic that was included in that?
So there was an attic, but the entrance was on like in the hall, like the outside hallway. So really anybody could access that. If they had a ladder, they could access up there.
Okay, but you didn't have, there was no way for you to get up there or them to get down.
No, I didn't have.
Okay, I mean, there's not like, you know, a little trap door in your ceiling.
No.
Okay, are you still in this apartment?
No, ma'am. So
Okay.
I contacted the police. We stayed with my dad next day. We went, I had to work. I didn't take any of my stuff. So my dad did come back to the apartment with me and the kids. I did contact police again because I heard again footsteps that morning. Police came out again. They told me the same thing. She did give me a card with the case number.
A report number. Okay. Yeah.
A report number. I don't have that.
Okay.
But I did contact the manager. She told me to contact the manager of the apartments. Maintenance did come. They did look up in the attic and they did see a bunch of tarps, like bags. So basically homeless people were in our attics. They did.
Homeless masked people with a gun.
I'm sorry?
Homeless masked people with a gun.
No, I don't know who the person was with the gun. After that day, never saw them, never. But it did scare us enough, you know, to get out of that apartment. And so because all these things were going on, I know Emmanuel talked about a lot of drugs in my apartment. I do not do drugs. I do not have a lot of drugs in my apartment or around me. I do know for a fact that Emmanuel and the nephew that he has living with him, Lexi did let me know that they both smoke marijuana in the house. So all three of those children are exposed to that. He does keep marijuana in his shed that the kids also have access to. His nephew also at one point was addicted to pills, so there's probably pills there as well. But since that time, I did move out of that apartment. I let the manager know, like it really scared us what was going on. But they did verify that there were people living up there. And so I moved in with my dad. I'm saving up for a house, which I should be in a house next month.
Okay. And this house that you hope to move to, how many bedrooms does it have?
It'll be a 4-bedroom.
Okay. And do you agree that the McDonald's and Clyde is about halfway?
Yes, ma'am.
And so for visitation purposes, that would be a good place to exchange?
Yes.
And right now, you're residing, is that a house that your dad has?
Yes, ma'am. It's a 3-bedroom.
Okay, but for a short term,
Yes.
it's sufficient for at least the 3 of you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the boys have their own room. I have mine.
When you move out to this house, is there going to be anybody besides you and your kids in that household?
No, ma'am. It's just going to be me.
Okay. Is there some reason you weren't letting the kids talk to their dad?
It's not so much that it was me, because of what happened. They were actually, I don't know if you can talk to Angel, the 11-year-old, but he actually told me he didn't want anything to do with his dad because he was scared. It was them who did not want any contact. And so I did limit it, because I did want something in writing. I did tell Miss Laxton that, something confirming that we both can't keep the kids from each other, basically. And that one parent isn't bad mouthing and the other parent isn't bad mouthing while on the phones, or trying to get information. But it was not, I tell them all the time that if they want to have contact with their dad, they can. And probably why they were feeling so, they would always come and tell me, like, Papi just got on the phone whenever we were talking to Wella and we didn't know what to do. And I never scolded them. They're not being coached. I always let them know it's their choice if they're scared. And their dad hasn't given them an apology for how he treated them.
Can I come in?
No, you can't cut in, but I'll give you a chance to talk here in a minute.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, and you understand, Ms. Villanueva, that if I put a court order in place for visitation, it's not up to the kids anymore. They
Right,
go
yes,
that weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Even if it's a weekend, y'all have to work out around your work schedules and all that stuff, and when you can get out to Clyde. But they go. It's not, oh, I don't want to go. No. It's a visitation court order. Okay.
Yes, I know that. And that's what I was waiting for. That way either one of us couldn't keep the
Right.
kids.
And they have to go back, and they have,
Right.
Lexi has to go back. She
Right.
doesn't get to randomly decide she's going to stay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell me?
Do I need to provide you it's called an event number with the Joshua Police Department. Do I need to? Okay.
No, they're not. If it hasn't gone to court, there's not going to be anything that's
Okay.
But they haven't contacted you back.
No, ma'am, they haven't.
And did you take either of the kids to the doctor about the bruises you saw?
No, ma'am. By the time I got Adrian, it was already, I do have a picture of the first day that he showed me. It was on FaceTime. And you can see it. And I did take pictures, but by the time.
When did he show that to you? Around what date?
I have the screenshot. Because I don't remember. Let me get to it. Give me just a second. November 9th at 12:19. Oh, you can't see it. At 12:19 a.m. It doesn't really do it justice, but that was.
It was November 19th?
November 9th, 2025 at 12:19 a.m. Okay. I was on FaceTime with the boys.
That's just gives me an idea. Okay. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, ma'am.
Villanueva. There was something I wanted to ask you first, and now I don't remember what it was. So, okay. What else do you want to tell me?
Oh, I don't understand why because when they both got here, they were both telling me that they didn't want to go back to that to their moms because of everything they've gone through. They were so scared. So it doesn't make sense to me why they wouldn't just not want nothing to do with me. That doesn't make sense. And like I said, she came without them, without my permission. She was still, when I had picked them up, she was with a person that was on meth real bad, and they were the ones holding the guns to her, and they were. It
and
was.
You didn't call the police? There's a bunch of kids with meth and guns and threatening everybody. Did you call the police?
I did not, and my kids.
I think you're done telling me about that, Mr. Villanueva, because if you're not doing anything about it,
no,
I don't think it concerns you enough to remove your children from that.
It concerned me to tell them, like, did y'all knock on? She would say that they didn't, and
Have you filed
she
any
would tell
kind of
my
lawsuit?
she told my kids have proof for them not to call the police. So that should say
Okay. Are you calling your kids as witnesses?
yes, ma'am.
How old are they?
Alexi's 11 years old. She has
Okay,
the
they're not old enough. They can't. They can't. You didn't file a motion for me to talk to them.
This is just what they told
None of
me.
that's
So,
happening.
I mean, if they see it or not, that's I don't know. But I'm
Okay.
just telling you.
Mr. Villanueva, I have concerns about if it really bothered you until the child support case came up, that you would have done something, or you would have
That's why I picked him up.
you would have hired a lawyer and filed something, and you would have gotten something done.
That's why I picked him up. But
Can I speak?
Okay, no. But she's moved out of that residence.
But she's also with that same guy at the moment. She's told me
But he's not in the household, and you don't know that because
they told me my kid.
They told you is hearsay. You do not know that. Your kids are telling you things.
Well, I'll leave that to y'all.
Okay. How do you explain the bruises that Miss Villanueva says were on the kids?
Yeah, the bruises is because I had spanked him because he was not listening. My mom was in front of me at the moment. She's also a witness if you need that.
So you spanked him hard enough to bruise him?
Not bruise him. I guess he bruised him, but when he was listening, I spanked him. Sure did, and he deserved it at the moment. And but it was nothing to where it was to the extreme like this, to where it got to where she would come pick him up, and that's a lot. That's a little too much. I think she was just looking for.
And you haven't filed for divorce, correct?
No, she told me she was doing that. She was in the process of it. Never heard from it, so I left it. But no, ma'am.
All right. One last chance to rebut Miss Villanueva, and it is limited to rebuttal of what he said.
Okay. So he does keep saying that was the reason why he came and picked up the kids, that he was so like worried about them. But actually I reached out to him and I said, hey, because it was a lot of stress that had been going on. I reached out to Emmanuel and I said, hey, we've been going through some things. Can you please come and pick up the kids, have them away from, all the scaredness, because I wasn't able to move out of the apartment right then and there. So I did ask him to please come. He did come, but he had other intentions in mind. And because I did not give in to that, and I did let his girlfriend know what he was trying to do, then he decided to keep the children. And so he did try to sleep with me while he was there.
Okay.
No. So I decided at that point, no.
All right. And who is this person? Do you have any idea who this person is who's on meth and has guns?
So he does not have guns.
You're not talking right now, Mr. Villanueva. Okay. You say he doesn't have guns. Is he a meth user?
He was at one point. I realized that, and once that occurred to me, I let him know, like, I moved out. We had contact. He is no longer on meth. But I don't know why he keeps bringing up meth.
Are you still with him?
Emmanuel, we do talk. Yes, we do talk.
Do you date?
I wouldn't necessarily say date, but okay. we do talk.
Is he around the kids?
Here and there.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I do want to say I don't know why Emmanuel keeps bringing up drug use, because he does drugs as well. It is not me personally that does drugs.
Last rebuttal, Emmanuel Villanueva.
Yes, ma'am.
What else do you want to say? Last time to rebut.
Oh, me? Oh, no. That was it. No, the kids. No, that was it. Mine.
Okay.
Yes,
Anything else, Ms. Laxton?
No, Your Honor.
All right. What we're going to do, because this is going to take me some time to work out the math. So we're going to take about a 5-minute recess. So if y'all want to get off camera and mute for about 5 minutes, don't wander far, and we'll be back on the record at that point. But for right now, we're off the record.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're ready to come back on the record.
Okay.
Is everybody present? Okay, so we're back on the record on 57-265 for the court's ruling. And here's what we're going to do. Court finds I have jurisdiction over the parties and over the subject matter. The court does find that by admission, Emmanuel Villanueva is the father of the child Aaliyah Villanueva, and I established the legal parent-child relationship between father and child, and I'm making no change of that child's surname. However, since she is 17 and she is not in either parent's household, and there was no testimony that either parent is assisting her, I have not used her in any of the calculations or any of the, she's not going to be subject to any of the orders. I just used her as part of the calculation for the medical support.
Okay.
That Mr. Villanueva gets credit for. So I am going to appoint the parents. I do appoint the parents as joint managing conservators. However, I appoint the mother, Vanessa Villanueva, as the parent to decide the primary residence and make the primary school choices for the children Angel and Adrian. And I appoint Emmanuel Villanueva, the father, as the party to make those decisions for Alexi. Sorry, I don't know why I want to call him that. I do order the parents to communicate through the co-parenting application AppClose. That's AppClose, and I order that it be downloaded by 5 p.m. today,
Okay.
January 9th, 2025, by both parents. I am ordering a standard possession order that has provisions for if the parents are more than 100 miles apart. I am ordering the parents to work out each month which weekend the kids should go with mom and which weekends with dad, or whatever else arrangements you want to make. I am ordering the exchanges to take place at the McDonald's on or close to Interstate 20 in Clyde, Texas. And I'm ordering both parents to not consume or have anyone in the house, anyone around the children that are consuming alcohol or and controlled substance not prescribed by a physician during or 48 hours prior to any periods of possession. So basically for you guys, it's never, since you each have a child, at least one child.
All right.
Okay, these are the findings, Ms. Laxton, but don't fill in any blanks until I'm finished completely, okay? I find that Vanessa Villanueva is making an average gross monthly income of $3,019.47. I am ordering her to pay a cash medical support of $136 a month beginning February 1st, 2026, which would make her net resources $2,471.81. For her, there's one child before the court, 2 other children she has a duty to support, guideline rate 16%. Her child support would be $395 a month. I also find that Emmanuel Villanueva is earning an average gross monthly income of $6,189.95. I am ordering Mr. Villanueva to maintain all 4 children on the insurance until they're 18 and out of high school or otherwise emancipated. And I'm giving him a credit of $325 a month. That's what the 150 worked out to. That makes his net monthly income $4,765.46. For him, it's 2 children before the court. One other child he has a duty to support. Guideline rate 22.5%. So Mr. Villanueva's current child support would be $1,072 a month. However, instead of exchanging child support checks, I am doing a downward deviation by the $395, and I order Mr. Villanueva to pay current child support of $677 a month beginning February 1st, 2026. Now, I'm not offsetting the medical because you have 2 kids that he's carrying the medical for, so I need you to pay the medical support. Okay? That is your 9%. That is the most I can order you to pay for the medical. Okay? Miss Villanueva, just so you understand. Okay? Can't offset it. You've got to send that money. And Mr. Villanueva has to send the $677. Okay. I do authorize wage withholding. All payments must go through the state disbursement unit. Any money you give the children is not going to be considered child support or medical support. Any money you give to each other directly is not going to be considered child support or medical support. Since you're meeting halfway for the visitation, I am not giving a downward departure or any kind of credit for those travel expenses. Any unreimbursed medical expenses are split between the parents 50-50. It's my understanding if you set up App Close correctly, you can actually pay the medical bills, not the cash medical, the medical bills through the cash, through the App Close. But otherwise, if you think you're going to have to come back to court to get that money, there is a procedure you need to follow. It is set out in the court order. Please be sure to review it. In addition, the way the statute's written, I do order Mr. Villanueva to pay the court costs due as billed to Howard County District Clerk's Office in 30 days. Is that all your issues, Ms. Laxton?
Yes.
Did you need any clarification on the money?
I need mom's net resources. I have 2471.81.
0.81, yes.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
All right. So what happens now is this, we're going to put all this in writing. She'll send it to me. I'll check it, sign it, send it back, and then the AG's office will send each of you a copy of that order. Okay. Now, if anybody does not like what I've ruled, you first of all each have the right to ask the district court to rehear any or all of it. It's called a de novo, but it must be filed in 3 days, 3 business days. That's Wednesday of next week. And if you don't do it just right, you might not get very far. So I do strongly suggest that if you want to do that, you at least talk to a private attorney about how to do that.
Got it.
Not my job to tell anybody to file that. I just had to make sure you knew you had the right to. In addition, if and when either of you files a divorce, you must tell your attorney and you must tell the court this order in Howard County exists. This order will have to be consolidated into the divorce. And you can change this order in the divorce after it's been consolidated. If you don't do the consolidation, and for argument's sake, say Emmanuel Villanueva files there in Joshua and gets a child support order, there's 2 child support orders. You both owe both monies. Okay? It would not stop his current child support, no matter what the thing said, under the Howard County order. So it's very important that you make sure all the orders get put together. Okay? So again, thank you very much for